everybody, Skax here, and welcome to another episode of our Premier League prediction series. I've decided to ditch the face cam on this series because it's too difficult to try and get to sync, and I've had a lot of rendering problems in Vegas to try and get it through. That's why there was no episode last week. There was so many issues, and by the time the matches had already started, I was still working on trying to edit it, so I had to throw it away. And moving ahead, I said I wouldn't do any sort of face cams on this. It's too difficult at the moment until I can find out the problem. But what you're all here for is the predictions. So let's get straight into this week's games. So match week 25, we have 3 games later on today, and then we have 7 games tomorrow night. So first up on tonight's games, we have Swansea at home to Arsenal. So it's going to be a tricky one, I think, for Arsenal. I am an Arsenal fan, as you guys probably know by now. And Swansea are, I'm going to let you guys know, they are my second favourite team. I really don't want them to go down this season, and I really want them to get back to where they were, playing pretty much exactly the same way as Arsenal, playing that possession game, keeping it, the ball, and playing it along the ground. And really, basically, they were Arsenal's clone team. They were very, very good, and they're the one team that if any team is allowed to beat us, I permit Swansea to, because I know that sounds bad as an Arsenal fan, but they're the one team where if we lose to them, I'm not too angry. Rarely ever, because I love them so much too. So prediction-wise, though, I do think Arsenal will win it. I think they'll be on the back of some very good performances lately. Monreal especially has been amazing in the last few games. Swansea, though, did just beat Liverpool, but I think Arsenal will keep the ball too much for Swansea to even get in the game. So I do predict in this one a 2-0 win to Arsenal. I think it will be fairly comfortable. Swansea will try and bring their own possession play into practice in this game, but I don't anticipate them causing Arsenal any real problems in this one. Second game of today is West Ham at home to Crystal Palace. Again, I do anticipate this being a fairly tight game. Most games I'm able to see as, this team's on form, this team's on form. I think I know who's going to win. But this one, Crystal Palace, they've sort of went up and down, up and down, up and down lately. When Hodgson came in, they went up. Their form went uphill greatly. But I don't know, they've tailed it off. I mean, they did lose 4-1 to Arsenal a few weeks ago. And West Ham have been on this steady, hill upwards ever since Moyes come in. So they're really getting that defensive base down. And I do believe they will win this one. I think it'll be a 1-0 win to West Ham, Crystal Palace. I can't see them getting anything out of the game. They're away again to another London team, and I don't anticipate them causing too many issues or too many problems to West Ham, but I do think it'll be a very, very tight game, very defensively solid game, and the 1 goal for West Ham will seal that one there. João Mario, if he does play, will be a very, very good player for West Ham, and hopefully they do buy him next season at the end of his loan feature there. So Huddersfield against Liverpool is the third game of this week, and on tonight basically. So third game tonight, and that is on BT Sport. We have that at 8 o'clock kickoff. Liverpool, I think, will be wanting to get back to winning ways after that very, very disappointing game against Swansea on Monday. So it was just an awful game, and I don't know how Swansea won it, but they got the 3 points. That is all that matters, and they beat a very good and in-form Liverpool team. So Liverpool will be trying to get back into this one. I do anticipate some very, very attacking football from Liverpool trying to get into this, and Huddersfield may be able to get a goal here and there, but prediction score-wise, I believe it will be 3-0 Liverpool. Huddersfield may get a consolation goal right towards the end of the game, but 3-0 Liverpool is my prediction there. Should be fairly comfortable for them. 7 games we have on Wednesday. First one, 7:45 kickoff, Chelsea versus Bournemouth. Now, I don't really think this is too hard to call. I think Chelsea will dominate this one. They'll keep the ball for large parts of the game. I don't see it going the way of what happened in one of the cups where Bournemouth almost drew them into like extra time or a replay, and Chelsea just came right at the end. Just after they scored in injury time, they got their own winning goal. So I think it'll be a very, very comfortable game for Chelsea, and they'll win it fairly easily. So I say 2-0 Chelsea there. Bournemouth won't really have a chance in this game, I don't think. Everton at home to Leicester, much tougher one to predict. Everton, I believe, will sit back, try and invite the pressure from Leicester, and they do like to attack, do Leicester. Very, very tight game. I'm not sure what the score is going to be in this one. That's about the only game that I'm really not sure of. So 1-1, I'll hedge my bets. 1-1 draw, Everton, Leicester. Next game, Newcastle versus Burnley. Burnley always try and defend away from home and play that very, very common game we see where teams away from home do the counter-attacking play and literally just sit back, wait for the chance, to get the ball, and then they run upfield and try and score, which is, I don't really blame Burnley for doing it. It's sort of a thing that was brought in by Mourinho and gained popularity through him using it. Newcastle haven't been playing well lately at all, I don't think, no matter where they are in the league. Where are they now? 15th. So they are quite a way off the top, and I don't see them getting much from this game. 1-0 away win for Burnley, I think we're going to have here. Newcastle really do need to improve, otherwise there's a big, big chance of them slipping down into the relegation zone. Southampton versus Brighton. Another tricky one. I do think Southampton, with their new signing, Carrillo, might get a goal in this one. It is difficult. It is a difficult game. Not as difficult as the Everton-Leicester one, but Southampton 1-0 win. 1-0 win in that one. Brighton haven't really impressed me lately. Man City versus West Brom. Very easy one. 3-0 Man City. West Brom will try and defend for all they're worth, but I do think Man City, even with the amount of injuries they got, I mean, that tackle on the Cardiff player on Sane was absolutely shocking. I do hope he gets back from his injury very, very quickly, but that was just horrendous. Man City, though, will dominate this game, even with the injuries they have. 3-0 win for Man City in that one. Stoke versus Watford. Oh, probably the most boring game of the weekend. Watford, I don't know. They're kind of up and down again. Stoke are maybe doing what what West Ham did in going on that steady incline, going up in terms of form with Paul Lambert. But I do think it's going to be a boring one. Should I say nil? Yeah, I'll go 0-0. If there's any winner, I think Watford will get it. Maybe a 1-0, maybe a 2-1, something like that. But my prediction is 0-0 in that game. Game of the weekend, though, or game of the week, is Tottenham versus Manchester United. That's again on BT Sport at 8 o'clock on the Wednesday. Very, very good game we're going to have here. We're going to be treated to a very good performance, hopefully from both sides. I remember that one game a couple of seasons ago, opening day of the season, Tottenham sat back the whole game and waited for Manchester United to attack, and then Tottenham went on the counter-attack, ended up losing the game, but that's beside the point. Hopefully we don't get a rehash of what happened in that game, and we get a very, very attacking game, both sides going at each other like we saw from Liverpool and Manchester City a few weeks ago. I hope we're going to see a draw in this game. From an Arsenal perspective, that is what I hope, but I do believe Manchester United will edge the game 2-1. It will be very, very tight, and it will depend on a few certain things, mainly how Alexis Sanchez and Rashford and all of that do play in the game, and how well Tottenham defend, because I can't see Tottenham going out and going for this game. They do play a lot of counter-attacking, fast-paced football, but that is exactly it, counter-attacking football, and Manchester United love playing against teams that do counter-attacking football. So 2-1 against Manchester, or against Tottenham in that one. I think Manchester United will win. That is my predictions for this game week in the Barclays Premier League. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think the scores will be, and we can again make it a kind of a game, see who wins, see who's better at predicting matches and predicting scores. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you all next week, or this weekend, I think, for the next weekday of the Barclays Premier League predictions. I've been Skax. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you all very, very soon with the next episode. Goodbye.